Today is a day of gathering materials. That means a lot of wood cutting. My axe is bad, so is my stamina. It's frustrating how the Greydwarfs just would not leave me alone. I killed many of them, but more attacked. It seemed like most of them were coming from the Black Forest. Well, at least most of them were greylings, the weakest of the species. Between gathering materials and fighting the constant influx of Greydwarfs, I've begun to improve my combat skills, especially the parry, which Vikings were not known for. We strike fast and hard, occasionally using shields to fend off any unexpected attacks. But with parrying, the stopping power of a weapon held steady was enough to make some of the Greydwarfs reel and take a step back, creating an opening for a final strike, all without feeling encumbered from a massive shield. Meanwhile, another thing was heavy on my mind. I wanted a sustainable source of food, and breeding boars was probably the most optimal for now. Otherwise, I need to find seeds, plow the land, and grow the crops. I've considered breeding the deer, but they were too skittish. It'd be impossible to get them in a pen or an enclosure. Even if I get them in a pen, they'd be too frightened to be of any use. Even as darkness fell, I could not sleep. Adrenaline coursing through me with the knowledge that I'm continuing to learn and improve even in the world of the dead, and that my boar pen was ready, which meant the prospect of a steady supply of food and leather. I got out of my shelter to check out the Black Forest in the night, and how wrong I was. As I approached the edge of the Black Forest, I was greeted by a somewhat different Greydwarf. It had the same blue eyes but distinctively redder face, and wore a single golden star on it. Wait, is that a badge? A rank? Greydwarfs had ranks amongst them. Well, this is the land of the dead. Regardless, he was soon reinforced by 3 more of the common Greydwarfs, and trailing them was a foul stench. I couldn't tell in the darkness of the night, except that it had green eyes. I had my suspicions, but I knew I wouldn't survive. Hiding in my shelter was the best option, for I was able to recover from the wounds that some of the Greydwarfs had already inflicted upon me. As I hid, the blue-eyed Greydwarfs and their one-starred leader eventually lost interest and left, but I could smell that the green one had stayed, for the foul stench had become stronger. With my wounds healed, I stepped out the door. That thing came towards me, and as it caught some of the light from my campfire, its physique became discernible. My suspicions were right. The Greydwarf shaman, one proficient in the dark arts of foul magic, poison magic. It could heal itself, but inflict damaging and painful poison to anyone unfortunate enough to be caught in its area of effect. Thankfully, I was able to take it down. I took a quick rest to recover from the poison, because I knew I had to deal with the 1-star Greydwarf thing. Fine leader. Another might return someday. But I couldn't sleep peacefully, knowing that there's one so close to my shelter. Fighting the shaman was surprisingly easy despite the poison, comparing that to the leader, that 1-star Greydwarf. That was quite the fight. I dodged. jumped out of its way. But it could always find an opening to strike at me. We dueled for many bouts throughout the entire night, neither of us gaining significant ground over the other. But as the first ray of sunlight began to peek over the horizon, I finally prevailed. You have one star on your side. I have the sun. I stood in the warm embrace of the morning sun, slowly breathing in the fresh air of dawn, ready for the challenges of this brand new day.